Thank you. The question is the motion be agreed to, and I call the member for Wentworth.
Deputy Speaker, I rise to speak on the motion moved by the member for Solomon, and I thank him for bringing this issue to the attention of the chamber. The signing of the Australia-Indonesia Treaty on Common Security, known as the Jakarta Treaty, is an important moment. It is a signal not just of the pragmatism about where Australia sits in the world, but an important sign of who we are as a nation and the role that we aspire to play in our region. It reflects a maturing relationship between Australia and Indonesia based on mutual respect, increased trust and a shared understanding of that our security and our futures are inextricably linked. The Jakarta Treaty comes not a moment too soon. Many countries in our region are developing quickly, growing economically and playing a more active role in our global order more than ever before, and Indonesia is an incredible and brilliant example of this. But the Indo-Pacific region is also being rapidly reshaped by economic competition, the shifting attention of great powers and geopolitical and security challenges. This creates uncertainty that is unlikely to resolve in the near future. In this context, strong partnerships with our neighbours, particularly a neighbour such as Indonesia, one of the most strategic players in Asia and likely to only increase in that significance, it's not optional, this is essential. Indonesia is the world's fourth most populous country, home to nearly 280 million people. It is the largest economy in Southeast Asia, a democracy of remarkable diversity, and a leader in ASEAN, in the Indo-Pacific, and on the global scale. It is one of our closest neighbours, and yet the relationship, honestly, just has not had the investment that it should have from this side. And I'm glad to see that the Jakarta Treaty changes that. It recognises the central role Indonesia plays in our region's peace and security, now more than ever. It goes well beyond the frameworks of the past and reflects a genuine, comprehensive strategic partnership, one that can build on trust, not just transactions. This trust has been carefully cultivated at the highest level of both governments and must now be nurtured at every level, people to people, business to business, community to community. I want to acknowledge what this treaty represents for our shared security. The development of joint defence training facilities in Indonesia is a great step towards ensuring our militaries can coordinate and support one another on the ground, not just on paper. The expanded Junior Leaders Forum Military Education Exchange will build connections between our forces, and the new embedded position of a senior Indonesian military officer in the Australian Defence Force will strengthen our partnership right up the chain of command. This treaty also helps to unlock the enormous economic opportunities of mutual interaction between Australia and Indonesia. Indonesia's economic trajectory is remarkable. It is projected to be one of the world's top 5 economies by the middle of this century. Its middle class is growing rapidly. Its digital economy is one of the most dynamic in the world. And Australian businesses, particularly in agriculture, resources, education, financial services and clean energy, have so much to offer the booming Indonesian market and vice versa. I welcome the news that this treaty will facilitate closer cooperation between the Australian Government and Indonesia's Sovereign Wealth Fund to boost trade and investment links between our two countries. I will continue to press the Government to ensure a promise of deeper economic engagement in Indonesia is matched by real action under its 2040 invested strategy, cutting red tape, funding trade facilitation and investing in the people-to-people links that help drive more businesses. The Jakarta Treaty 2026 is a significant achievement for both nations. And I think, as well as the strategic, the defence and the economic opportunities, I think it also represents an opportunity for our peoples to become closer, to be their greater exchange, to be a greater exchange in language, greater exchange of people, more Indonesians in Australia and vice versa. I think this, I hope, is the start of a closer relationship with Indonesia, one that I think is incredibly important to Australia and I think also incredibly important to Indonesia. So this is a really positive investment. I couldn't be happier that this investment has been made in terms of that relationship. In the face of global challenges, our respective strengths means that working together makes us stronger than the sum of our parts. I congratulate the Government on this treaty. I thank the member for Solomon for bringing this motion and I commend it wholeheartedly to the House.
Thank you. I call